something kind of fun today and announce some expansion that we're doing within our company. It's going to bring some jobs to Prattville, and wanted to share that story with you. I appreciate you being here for that. And before I do that, I want to thank a few people. Frank Lamar is somewhere in the room. Frank is a CPA by day and a chamber volunteer by night, and helped work this project on the chamber's behalf. And thank you so much for everything you've done to help us make all this a reality. Well, I'm glad to do it. Mayor Jim Byard, as always, very, very supportive and helping us. Danny Chavers with the Autauga County Commission as well. And Rod Morgan, I don't think is here, but Rod, the city's finance director, has always played a role with our operations center and here today. And Connie Bainbridge, our unsung hero of the chamber. Y'all just don't know how she blends grace and tenacity at the same time to sort of keep things moving forward, and just does great work for the city of Prattville. So we're all fortunate to have her. Let me share a minute on just what our project is that we're bringing here. As it stands today, we're running a single call center at our headquarters bank in New Orleans. And a call center is a facility that operates from 7 in the morning until 5 in the evening, Monday through Friday, and fields all sorts of customer service phone calls. It's not necessarily where we try to send our customers. We want them to come to our branch or call their banker, but there are a lot of ways that our customers can choose to be served, and the call center is one of those. Through the call center, they reach very professional, highly competent bankers that can help them with just about anything, short of making a deposit at a teller window. So we're taking that function and splitting it in half, and we're going to do half of that out of New Orleans as we are today. We're bringing the other half of that to Prattville. It's going to make us more resilient. It's a similar approach to what we did with our operations center, bringing it here, but it allowed us to have some duplication in what we do, so that if any sort of an event or a natural disaster caused us any problem at any center, we don't disrupt service to our customers. So through some telephone technology, we'll be able to route calls. So if someone calls that toll-free customer service number, it may get answered in New Orleans, it may be answered here in Prattville. And so it's a neat thing. It's a nice skill set that our people will have. They will be knowledgeable on a host of different banking things. They'll have great customer service skills. And we have, to this point, been overwhelmed with applications that we've had for this job. So we posted these through our website some weeks ago. And I think last count I heard was maybe upwards of 700 applications have been received. Very high quality, qualified applicants. So we're going to be able to assemble a really good local workforce to operate here. The facility will be located here upstairs in this building. It's a 5,000 square foot space. We've been underway for a few weeks now with renovation work. It will be able to house 34 people working in that space. We are soon to be installing workstations and telephone and computer equipment to allow that to happen, so that we can meet a September 7 opening schedule. One of our reasons for doing this in Prattville was following on the heels of the great experience that we've had downtown with our operations center. It opened just over a year ago. It has met all of our expectations in terms of the quality of staff, the type of functions that it performs. Again, it employs about 60 people now. This center will employ 34. We're anticipating another project to happen later in the year downtown that would be another 16 or so jobs. And with the sum of all that, we will in fact be the largest financial services employer in Autauga County, with about 125 or so people working. And the incremental payroll for our call center should be about $1 million annually, based on where we think the pay ranges will be. So that's our great news to share. And Mayor, I'd love you to come up and share some remarks.
Welcome. We're glad you're expanding. Let me tell you, Gene was talking about expansion, and I happen to know that there's a second floor of this building that's, I think, is leased now. So when that lease runs out, we'd invite you to
find more,
fill in, and then more jobs and more investment in our community. I have to thank so many people, and Frank Lamar is back there. He's a community volunteer, and Gene talked about his service. You know, his number one service was that he rode and was locked in a car with me one day when we took a 5-hour trip to New Orleans and met for about an hour and a half and turned around and drove back for 5 more hours. And so that was a true testament of Frank's volunteer leadership. But we've got some city council members and county commissioners here, and projects like this do not happen without teamwork. And while Commission Chairman Chavers and I stand up here, we've got people that, you know, the team has to work. And I'm proud to say, and I know that the chairman is going to say also, Whitney Bank has a uniqueness in our community. They are, I believe, the only economic development opportunity that we've ever had that has had unanimous support from both city and county. And that continues. So we want to welcome Whitney. I do want to introduce our City Council President, Dean Argo, is here, and I know Councilman Renninger is here, and I don't know if there are any other city councilmen that are here. Mr. Gillespie's, Bill Gillespie's over here, and I know Commissioner Thompson, Mrs. Thompson. There are 2 Commissioner Thompsons, so Commissioner Mrs. Thompson is here, but our county commission and the City Council works with a unified front. This project has been in the works for some months. And Mr. Chavers and the commission knew about it, the council knew about it, and we've embraced Whitney Bank. Whitney came to town last year with those jobs downtown. We're excited that we may have an opportunity, we will have an opportunity for some more jobs downtown, but jobs out here. As Gene said, they are our leading financial services employer in our community. But let me tell you what that means in terms of life for all of us. That means quality of life. That means that they're a corporate partner. That means when we think about things like our United Way. Whitney Bank last year had this region's United Way meeting downtown at the Operations Center, and they're one of our United Way's leading flagship companies. And that, it's great and necessary to have a payroll. And it's great and necessary to have jobs. When we talk about those quality of life things, the give back to the citizens in our community, it's very hard to quantify that. And we appreciate Gene's leadership and Whitney Bank's leadership in our community. Wiley Lott is back there. Wiley is a project manager with Alabama Power Company. He does not live in Prattville, but he spends a heck of a lot of time here, and he helps us promote Prattville, all in Autauga County, all over Alabama, with white collar and data center type projects. I appreciate all of you being here. I have the honor of introducing our County Commission Chairman, Mr. Danny Chavers.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm not going to make it real long, but I want to thank Mr. Frank Lamar and Mr. Ray. Both of y'all have been instrumental in this project. Mr. Gene, the mayor. That ride the mayor was talking about a while ago about riding the 5.5 hours to New Orleans with Miss Connie and Mr. Frank. That morning I stepped off a bus of 18 hours from Washington, D.C. with a field trip for 6th graders, and I did not get to make that ride. I could not ride in another vehicle for that long time without taking a break. But I want to thank everybody, and Mr. Gene, I want to thank Whitney Bank for coming in and helping this county. And like the mayor said, I reiterate that without our commissioners and without the city council, all of us supporting these projects, we cannot make this county better and the quality of life for all the residents in this county, not just the city, but everybody. And that's what we're here for, is to improve this whole county as a whole. And I just want to thank you, sir, and Whitney Bank on the county side. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Just want to welcome Whitney as well, and thank you, Gene, for these jobs and capital investment. I want to thank Mr. Richard Ray, the chair of the Prattville Area Chamber of Commerce, and Mr. Jimmy Sanford, the chair of the Economic Development Committee. As part of the chamber team, we work closely, as you know, with the county and the city. And I'm thrilled that we're making this announcement today. Thank you.
Thank you. That's really what we wanted to share. The space upstairs is open. If anybody would like to ride the elevator and give it a peek, we've got a little dusty and kind of messy, but welcome you to do that. And we've got some snacks, drinks, and cookies over here, so hang around a few minutes if you like. Thank you for coming.